A block retainer is used in Alert Stratus when a customer is purchasing a prepaid block of either hours or dollars, and we need to delete from that block when we're performing work for the customer. So in order to set that up, I'm going to create a new project. I'll fill out all the required fields in the project, so I'll fill out a number of the items in this general section here. I'll fill out our billing information, so we have our bill to and our ship to account. This is how we're identifying who this block belongs to. It's very common when we're doing block retainers that we might have a parent project, and then we'll set up the block retainer to be the child project. So this will help when we're doing reporting against this project, and we can see what kind of work and dollars we're accumulating in revenue and in costs. And scrolling down, we'll go to our block details, and this is where we're going to actually set up the block. So we have our block type, which we'll identify as either hours, in currency, or not to exceed the purchase order. If I were to select hours, you can see I have the option to deduct non-billable labor or deduct non-billable travel. If the block is going to be in currency, which is what we'll do for this example, you can see that we can choose to deduct parts or deduct expenses from this block as well. If I were to select not to exceed the purchase order amount, I would simply just put in the purchase order amount in this field here, and the system will do the rest. So for this example, we'll select block type as currency. We can set a block expiry if we like it to expire the unused balance after a certain date. We can do so, or we can have it roll over into different periods for us, and then we just select the renewal threshold here. For this example, we'll choose to expire the unused balance for 1 month from now. I'll choose to deduct parts and deduct expenses when we're submitting our activities against this block. And we're essentially done creating the block, so all I need to do is save it. And as we start to perform work and activities against this block, it's going to show us all of our details in this field here, and it'll show us our balance, it'll show us our WIP or our work in progress, and it'll show us our WIP balance as well. So I'm going to save it. And I will have now just created my block retainer for my A-store customer. So going into block details, in this section here is where I'll see all my activities. If I just close down this project and show another example of a currency-based block that we've set up, this is what it looks like as we start to perform activities against this block. So we can see it's in currency, we have an expiry date as well, it's set to expire the unused balance. We're also deducting parts and expenses. I can see we currently have a balance of $2,000 in this block. And looking at my transaction details, I can see that on this date, May 15th, the customer added $4,000 to their block. And then on the 18th, they were using the block. The previous amount was $4,000. They depleted $2,000 from their block, and it's now showing me the remaining balance. And I do also have the option of drilling down right from here directly to the order so I can see the invoice for either the block billing or the block usage.